All right, we are here with another edition of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics, and this time we have a legend on with us. This is Layla Davis. Those who do know Layla, you already know how good she is on the basketball court. For those who do not know Layla, she is a senior here at Southside High School. She's recently been offered by Shelton State. So coach has offered her, and that's huge. If anybody knows anything about Shelton State, then they know exactly what kind of program she runs, Madonna runs over there, and how good they are. Layla, how's it going? You doing good?
Yes, sir.
Coach kind of threw you on the spot to do this interview today. So
yeah, I know.
We're going to go ahead and roll with it. Take us back to this summer. You know, your dad and I are real close friends, and he and I spent, the summer together. We took a road trip to Chicago and Milwaukee together, and he talked about the time and effort that you've put in this summer to improve on your game and your craft, stuff you were doing with the team, stuff you were doing without the team, just to get better, and it's starting to pay off now. But how has this season been going for you?
It's been going pretty well. Right now we're 15-3, so obviously we're winning games and everything's kind of paying off. But I just really from last year I just tried to grow on that, and I think I have, just more in my confidence in my game and being able to knock down shots and hit the things that I think I need to improve on. And Coach Bowen told me I need to shoot more and work on my defense. So I really tried to focus on that over the summer. And I think that, I'm obviously I can still can improve, but I've been trying to work on that specifically.
Since Coach Bowen's got here, the mindset and everything's changed for Southside. Not that the programs were not good. They had a really good program now, but there's different goals and different mindset now. What's it been like to be on this journey? Because you've been here every step of the way since Coach Bowen's been here.
Yeah, Coach Bowen is definitely like the motivator for the team. He sets a good mindset for everybody. I think he sets a good example of show up early, work hard, and he constantly pushes us throughout the season. Even when we don't want it sometimes. But he's there. He's always there, and he's always pushing us, and he's always on us, and I think that's what makes us so as good as we are, because we have someone who's constantly pushing us and telling us that we need to be better.
Last year you guys did the impossible. A lot of people were doubting you heading into the Guntersville game. You guys played the defending 5A state champions with the defending two-time 5A player of the year, Olivia Vandergriff. You guys went out there and executed, and I said going into that game in our pregame talks that you were going to be the X factor, that I didn't know if they had someone that could keep up with you from the skill set you offered, and you actually hit some big shots down the stretch that kind of sealed that game. From a confidence standpoint, how did that do for you, not only personally, but this team after that game?
After that game, yeah, it was definitely, obviously a confidence booster for me, just because Guntersville's a great team, and as a team we were able to, band together and get the job done. But I think it was just a confidence booster for us together, because if beating the number one team in the state shows that we can compete with the best, and I think that kind of set us up for this year, because I think we're going to go a lot further than we did last year, and just beating the number one team in the state shows that we can play with anybody. So.
Did you personally get anything off that game when you hit those big baskets down the stretch?
Yeah, it was definitely, like I said, it was definitely a confidence booster for me. Really, I wasn't thinking about, I need to, this is a big shot for us, we need this. I was just trying to do whatever I could do to help us win. But, after the game, I think I was like, I can do better. I can make an impact, and that kind of helped me over the summer, knowing that what I was doing was kind of paying off.
Did this summer, when you guys come in, the mindsets of you ladies were championship or bust? Talking to coach and other players on your team, has that made it a little bit easier on these days that you don't want to be here, to work a little bit harder and put in a little bit more effort as a team?
Absolutely, because if you want to be the best, play the best, you have to put in the work to do so. And we know that we can go really far, and we all know that we have to put in the work to do that. So it's definitely, on those days where people are tired or practice is rough, it's definitely just a reminder that, hey, this is what it takes to be a good team. So
Now, I love watching you guys play. You know, we got to see you guys play again last night. The defensive intensity's there. The offense is it comes in. You guys have so many girls that can score in so many different ways. It's fun to watch. What's your favorite thing about this team?
Really, it's just it's so cool watching us, practice something,
Yeah.
and then we do the exact same thing in game.
Oh, that is a beautiful thing.
It's like all the drills that we do, and then you go back on film and you watch it, and it's like we did the exact same thing in practice. And it's just cool to kind of watch that happen. That and all the support. Like the other day, we had our entire bench subbed in, and they were scoring like left and right, and you could just see the bench like standing up, getting so.
You guys were supporting
up.
them.
Yes,
Beautiful.
it's just a lot of support on this team. It's probably the best thing that I enjoy about it.
Executing what you do in practice is good, and it also keeps Coach Bowen's blood pressure down. So
absolutely,
that's good all the way around. Before we let you get out of here, I know you got some really close teammates on this team, and you guys are like family here. But what's that like being in a program where you don't even have to look over your shoulder. Somebody's there and got your back each and every step of the way.
Yeah, it's amazing, honestly, having a support group that's here and going through things that are difficult. And when you're tired and you're putting in the work and you're sleepy and you're sore and you're having people that are doing it with you definitely makes it a lot easier. And just having a big support group like surrounding you is just amazing, and it makes the journey easier.
That's awesome. Well, Layla Davis, we appreciate you sitting in with us. Congratulations on your offer from Shelton State.
Thank you.
And we will be right back to keep going with this edition of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics. All right, we are back with another edition of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics, at this time with head coach Justin Bowen. And looking at the record, Coach, with all the distractions of the New Year's and Christmas and all this, you guys have been able to maintain your focus. You're sitting here at 15-3. If you had to speak on the season so far, how it's going, what would you say it's been? Are you about on par where you need to be? I know obviously coaches always want to be a little bit better.
Yeah, I feel really good about how we've progressed. Like I know that we're not where we want to be yet. We're pretty close, but we're not where we want to be yet, and we know that. But it is great to see the progression because I kind of at the beginning of the year thought we would be a little bit farther ahead than we were when we first started. I just thought we'd be able to just run back in here and just pick up where we left off in the summer. But we're a little rusty, and it took several games to knock the rust off and just kind of remember some of the things that we were taught and things that we did last year. But the progression and watching the progression of the girls just learning and picking back up on things that maybe they had just forgotten from last year. It's been fun to watch because you can see collectively as a team we're just getting better and better each game. And there's still hiccups. Like we played Thompson the other day, and we're playing with them and winning the game, most of the game, and then kind of dropped it in the fourth quarter.
Just spoke with Layla Davis, and she talked about something that was really unique. I think you as a coach, when you hear it, it's going to be smiling from ear to ear, is executing the things you do in practice well in the game and how it translates over into a game, and how she says, wow, we did that at practice, it worked here in the game. Talk about that a little bit when you get that continuity.
Yeah, one of the things we try to do a lot is like a lot of we do individual drills just about every day, but the drills that we do directly coincide with the offense that we run or the defense that we run. So like it fits hand in hand with what we do collectively as a team. So it's fun to watch us break down like little drills and stuff offensively and defensively, into single player drills or 2-player drills, and then watch them go out together as a team and implement those things together in a team setting, with the offense or the defense that we're running. But it is a lot of fun to watch girls, first we see them fail at practice doing these things, over and over and over again. But then to go in the game and see them execute it, against an opponent is really fun to watch, especially if we put in like a new offense or a new set, offensively, or if we do something defensively or last night we kind of challenge the girls a little bit specifically on defense, and then to watch them go out there and just buy into it and give everything that they've got to accomplish what we've asked them to is fun.
When you see someone like a Layla Davis get offered, that's got to mean something to you, to see that a kid that you're coaching gets to go to the next level of play and gets help with their financial stuff, and it just sets them up in life to be ahead of the curve instead of behind the chains, in football terms, so to speak.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you as a coach to get to see that, her, Grace Ann, and others?
Yeah, right when I got the job, I sat down with like a bunch of our girls and kind of asked them, specifically this senior class, asked them like what their goals were. Did they want to go play college basketball? Did they, just want to go to college in general, or what their plans were? And Grace Ann and Layla both immediately said, I want to play college basketball. So from that moment on, we started working specifically for certain things that would allow them that opportunity, whether it was getting their name out there or making videos for them or graphics for them or QR codes with their huddle links. Like, we were trying to do everything that we could to give them that opportunity, but themselves have they've gave themselves the opportunities to actually get those offers because they have worked so hard. We have a lot of girls that work really, really hard, but if you're talking about college offers and scholarships and stuff, like Grace Ann and Layla, I would put their work ethic up against anybody because I've seen them put in the work, and I've seen the things that they do before practice, during practice, after practice that has allowed them these opportunities to get these offers.
That's a beautiful thing when you see it all come together, and especially if you sit down with a goal and a vision. Everything's kind of changed. We talked about that with Layla since you've been taking over here. It's been fun to watch from just a fan standpoint, from someone not inside the program, from outside the program. When you see someone here in Etowah County change the mindset, mentality of these young ladies from inside out, it's been a blessing. What's it been like to be in the interior of that and be kind of the tip of the spear?
Yeah, one thing that I got to mention is like just our whole coaching staff. I feel that we have a very complete coaching staff. We have Coach Will Smith that came on when I got the job. We have Coach Kyle Kilgore that came on when I got the job. Last year we had Macy Williams helping us. This year we've got Lauren Hunt, who was one of the better players to ever come through here. So I think we have a really, really good coaching staff and like coaches that really care. I think that know the game and that ultimately build really good relationships with our girls. And I feel like our girls would run through a brick wall for us. And I think that a lot of times that's what you have to be successful, is girls that really appreciate what you're doing for them, who are going to work hard for you and will do whatever you ask them to do. And, if things are not perfect all the time, they still are teenagers and get emotional and things like that. But for the most part, we're a pretty tight-knit group, and it's been really fun to watch the progression over the last year and a half, 2 years, whatever it's been. Just to have their mindset change a little bit. And a lot of that has come from just developing confidence in themselves, confidence in their teammates, their coaches, and just they, knowing that they deserve to be on the floor with anybody. It's fun.
Yeah, because they proved it on the floor.
Yeah.
Coach, with Christmas, New Year's, and the holidays basically behind us, and we're heading down that stretch run of area play and looking forward to, sub-regionals and regionals and things ahead. How do you keep these girls focused in on the right now? Did you got work to do before we can get to those steps?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it in another interview. We sat down before we ever played and we wrote goals down, and they're listed around the locker room here on some paper. But just about every girl, JV, varsity included, put that they wanted to win a state championship. So they know that's kind of the end goal. So they know that we're not there yet, that we have 15 whatever plus games until we get to that point. So they know they have to keep working. The job's, it's not over by any means. We still have a lot of area games left. We have county tournament left. We've got, whoever we end up playing sub-regionals is going to be a really good game because of the cross that we play. Arab, Gunnersville, Scottsboro, Fairview. So it's going to be a good game, and hopefully we have them here in our gym. But I really like where we're at. I think the girls they're not satisfied by any means. They know they got to keep working. They showed up. I drove by the gym. We're supposed to start at 12. I drove by at 11:15, and there was 15 cars. They're shooting out there by themselves. Like, they're not in school today, so they could be laying in bed, but they came and they've got the shooting machine out on their own. They're in there hitting each other with pads on their own. Like, they're hungry for it, and they want that satisfaction of being able to hold up that blue map. Because like I told them the other day, like, I held up my clipboard. I said, girls, like, this is what it's going to look like. I've been in that situation before a couple of times as like an assistant, and it's really an unmatched feeling to a degree. When you get to hold up that blue map and you get to like hand that to the team, because they've worked so hard. So that's our goal. We don't shy away from it, and I think that they're hungry to continue to work.
Gotcha. Well, Coach, we're going to let you get busy because your practice has already started, and you have a group that can start practice without you.
Yeah.
It's being improved right now as we're filming. They're out there practicing, so we're going to let you get at it. Thank you so much, Coach, and we'll be back next week with another edition.
Appreciate it.
All right, we are back here with another edition of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics. And at this time, I'm going to let these two gentlemen introduce themselves.
I'm Mason Stevens. I'm the class of 2025.
Sauce Osborne, class of 2025.
We'll start right back here with you. How's it been going this season? You know, I've got to come out and watch you guys play a couple of times. You guys have, you know, we talk about this each and every week. You guys are down some guys, you know, but you guys made no excuses for it. You had some key injuries before the season started, but you guys are out there working and performing and grinding, doing what Coach Holderfield asked you to do. What's it been like for you personally?
For me personally, it's been a struggle, honestly, just because of the injuries we've had, and we've played really tough teams. We've had a tough schedule, but we're fighting through it, and we're making it work.
Same question.
Yeah, we've gone a bit through a tough stretch. We've had some tight games. We've really fought back. We're undersized, but we're really physical, and I feel like that helps us a lot with everything. And we've had some really close games, and I feel like we're really close to really doing something here.
Right back with you. When you're in basketball, every game counts. Obviously, if it didn't, they wouldn't keep score on it.
Mm-hmm.
But in this situation, the way area play is set up now, you want to be peaking at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a 3-team area. You know, you guys obviously want to win that area so you can host. But the main thing is to be peaking. What do you think is going to have to happen between now and then to get you guys playing at the best potentially you can by the end of this season?
I think it starts now. Really, the month of January, we're going to move into the county tournament, and we're going to move in to area play. We have area play this Friday versus Lincoln, and this is now when it really starts. And you can struggle all throughout November, December, and you can be a whole new basketball team right now and really can start something up. Basketball is a streaky sport.
No doubt.
It all starts with the belief. Like, we always preach belief and heart in our program. So right now, we're going through a tough stretch, so it's just all about belief. Like, we got to keep believing. We still got a long stretch to go. We still got time, and I believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've done it here in the past, Coach, and obviously you guys have had some success. But what's it like to be a Southside Panther? I go to several games all across the state, I see all different levels, but the home atmosphere here at Southside's unique. Obviously, in basketball, you guys turn out the lights. You got Scoop over there announcing the players and nicknames for everybody. What's it like for you personally?
I love it. There's no other place I'd want to be. This place is like it's like family. Everybody welcomes you in. It's just like it's a different feeling.
Yeah, I love it here. I feel like everybody's close and really connected. I feel like at basketball we're all together. No matter what happens, I feel like we really stick together, and we fill out the stands. We have a lot of people come out, and that's for football as well. Football, there's 2,000 people at every game, and here we're going to pack it out with a couple hundred people.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys both play football, correct?
Yes.
You did?
Well, yeah, he was.
I was hurt.
I got you. Yeah, I was supposed to say that's you got to transition back from football to this. It's a little different world. I like asking the guys about that. But let's ask you another question. You know, when you get into this county, you guys played a county foe last night. This county throughout history has had some good basketball. And that county tournament means a lot. It means a lot to you guys, your coaching staff in school, but it means a lot to your parents too, because a lot of your parents went to school in this county. For those who's never been to an Etowah County basketball tournament game or seen it, describe the atmosphere to people because it means a lot to people in this county.
It's pretty crazy. This right here, and as an all around, is probably the best the county's ever been at basketball as a whole. Everybody's really good, and it's a small town, so everybody cares about their sport. So it's really packed out. There's a lot of people at every single game.
Ain't no doubt.
And backing on what Mason said, like, everybody knows each other too. Like, I have friends from every school around here, and it's just like us playing them is a difference. And like all the parents get into it because they know each other. It's just awesome.
Got to see some of that last night.
Yeah, we did.
It's fun, but it also makes for a competitive edge. I seen you guys like joking a little bit with the Glencoe guys during the game last night. Are you friends with some of those guys?
Yes, sir. Like, I know a bunch of them. I've been friends with them for a long time.
Gotcha. Y'all weren't talking no trash, were you?
A little bit here and there.
Hey, after the camera goes off, you can, or when I'm not around, you can ask Coach Holderfield, because he and I was teammates, about what I used to do in games. We can't say it in front of the camera. But guys, before we let you get out of here, I know you guys are busy off days. What's it been like, Christmas and New Year's for each one of you guys, just away from basketball a little bit? Just how have you guys had fun over the holidays?
Just hanging out with friends, coming up here and shooting, hanging out with the family. It's been a good time. It's a good time of the year.
It's been a good time. Got to spend time with family and friends, and got to come right back to basketball and get in a little tournament, and been fun.
Way to recharge those batteries, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I appreciate you guys sitting in with us, and good luck to you guys the rest of the season.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we're back here with another episode of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics. We got head coach Chad Holderfield in with us right now. Coach, before we get started, how was your holiday, man?
It's a great basketball season's hard. I don't think anybody, people that are not involved in basketball, especially at the high school level, you hit every major holiday. You're practicing at Halloween, you're starting games at Thanksgiving, you're playing through Christmas and New Year's. If you're lucky, you're playing on Valentine's Day. So you really have to approach basketball season from the perspective of, there's got to be some time where you let these guys get some family time and some time away and stuff. And I felt like we had that. You don't get as much time off sometimes as you'd like, but I know our guys, got some downtime and got some family time. We're able to go do some stuff. And so for us, from a family standpoint, it was really good just to kind of be together around the house and family coming in from out of town and stuff. And so it's just kind of a recharge period.
You get blessed enough to have your son as a part of the team. Mm-hmm. So him being around you during the holidays and during practice, you get a double dose of it.
Well,
how is that?
Actually have both. My oldest son, Connor, is a junior, is on our varsity basketball team. My middle son, Caden, is a freshman. He plays with our JV a little bit, plays on our ninth grade team. So I've got both of those guys. And usually, roll behind the bench is my wife and my youngest son. I have a 9-year-old. So my mom's usually there screaming at the refs too. So we're all there. It's very much, it's good to have everybody around.
I love it, dude. Now, I looked out there last night watching you guys play, and Coach, I can't make this up. Y'all look like, at one point y'all had like couple sophomores, a junior. I mean, it's like everybody's like underclassmen out there playing at one point last night. How difficult is that for a coach? It's a blessing and a curse at the same time, because they're getting reps they normally, if you had everybody healthy, they might not be getting.
Well, we have a very good junior class, a very good sophomore class. We have a good freshman class. We have a good 7th and 8th grade class. We've got some good young guys coming. And we're not really that inexperienced anymore because we're 12 games into a season. Mm-hmm. Obviously roles would have been a little different if guys hadn't got hurt, if we didn't have the injuries that we had, but we're playing good basketball. Like, just going back and watching film and seeing things we're doing, watching from last night, like we're having stretches where we're playing really good basketball. There's in every game, there's one or two stretches where I think we go a little stretch without scoring, and we have some uncharacteristic defensive breakdowns and stuff. But like there's a lot of, I feel like we're getting better. I see a lot of improvement in our guys. I know our results aren't always there, but knowing that we're building with guys that we're going to have for a year or 2 more years, it's really, there's a lot of positive in that.
That's you can't put a price tag. There's no money amount or nothing you can put on experience in basketball. Mm-hmm. How valuable is that to get some of these underclassmen in here? They're not just in here like scrap minutes either.
No,
I'm talking about some of them starting, some of them playing every crunch minute. How invaluable?
Well, you look at our last 4 or 5 games. We're to the wire last night. You go back to last Friday night, we're in overtime. You go back to last Thursday, we're in overtime. You go back to last Wednesday, and it's a 2-possession ball game. Like, it's not just that it's minutes playing, but it's game experience, situational experience. Like, having to draw stuff up, try to get a game-winning shot or a game-tying shot, playing in overtime. Playing through foul. Like, we had a little first half foul trouble last night, so we had some guys late in the half playing out of position. Doing those kind of things, like it's great just to be playing and getting experience. But like, these guys are getting some gritty like stuff that I truly believe will pay off for us down the stretch. It'll pay off for us at some point. Yeah.
And what has the progression been like this season? We talk about it, like we said earlier, with the injuries and things like that. But the progression you've seen since day one to now, how has it been from your eyes, coaching standpoint?
I haven't done us much of a favor. If you look at our schedule, like we've played 12 or 13 games, I don't know, but all 12, all 13 of them are like you look and it's ranked or getting votes or best team we've had in forever. You know what I mean? Like everybody plays good. Everybody plays good. Everybody plays good. I mean, you're sitting there with with an Elite Eight team that's going to have a good shot at making another run this year. That's been every day, every day. Like we're prepping for people and it's hey, this is the best team they've had in the last 10 years. It's so we had to be competitive. Again, ball bounces a different way. We win a few more games. We're sitting here with 4 wins, but ball bounces a different way. We have a few more wins, but we're playing tough competition. And you got to believe that's going to make us better. And Mason, to piggyback off the interview you did with our players, I firmly believe Etowah County basketball is as good right now. The 6 Etowah County schools, it's as good right now as it's been in 20 years. Yeah. Like it's really good. It's really good. You look at top to bottom, with there being 5, 6 schools that are all good, like good basketball. So
that's a testament to the county because we've needed it. You know what I mean? I thought this county traditionally has been good at basketball. We've always been right there. We haven't brought home the championship, so to speak. We've always put out a good product. When is the last one? Sansom, 92? Is that the last time? That's just hard to think about.
It is.
But we've had some good teams and continue to have good teams. When you look out at the landscape of this county, I mean, what is the first thing that jumps out to you? Because you faced all these teams multiple times. Some of them you face 4 times a year. What steps out to you when you look at it from a coaching standpoint?
Well, number one, it's a different level of emotion. We'll go to an area game at Lincoln on Friday night, and the environment will be good, and our crowd will travel, and they'll have a good crowd, and it'll be an intense ball game. But just the extra level of you can look in our guys' eyes and see if we're playing a county game tonight. There's a little bit of that emotion to it. So that is it's almost like we joke about it sometimes. It's almost like it's a Super Bowl, and really it's just a November basketball game. But it's really really big. It's really big. There's a lot of pride in it, and the tradition of the county, and we're all very close. Our kids are all good friends with kids from other schools, and played against each other since they're 8, 9 years old in every sport. And so there's just that added layer of just the emotionalism of Etowah County basketball.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. It's been fun to cover since Average Joe started in that Etowah County tournament. It's all fun. I asked you guys about that. How do you? The county means a lot to the kids, communities. We talked about that with your kid. How do you guys keep the main focus? I mean, you obviously want to perform well at county, but you want to be playing at the end.
Well, we had an early exit in the county tournament. Again, everybody's good. There 4 or 5 teams that go. I mean, like there's a lot of parity in the county. Everybody's good, and I think anybody can beat anybody. Like it's all close. But at the end of the day, like the goal is playoffs. The goal is a shot at Jacksonville. The goal is a shot to go to Jacksonville, win a ball game, and give yourself a chance to get to a Final Four. And so, we did that last year. We had some early struggles last year and ended up winning an area championship. And staying focused on that. I do think the county tournament is great prep work. When you get into the area tournament game, you're going to have that semifinal game on a Tuesday night, and the finals on a Friday night. Like you build that tournament style, loser go home, winner go home, that little bit of nervousness that comes to tournament play. I think having the county tournament as close to the area tournament, I think with it being as close in proximity to when the county tournament is, when the area tournament is, it's definitely a good experience that kind of makes the area tournament a little less stressful.
Gotcha. Coach, before we let you out of here, I know you guys got work to do today. School starts back tomorrow, Greg. What's your focus from here for the rest of this season, including the county tournament? What do you got to get done with these guys?
We need some confidence. We're a very good basketball team with very good basketball players. We need a little confidence, though. We need a few things to go our way. It's easy to just sit here and say we need to win a game, but we need some confidence. I really honestly think, talking to you and talking to everybody else, like we're a dangerous team. Like we're a team that I don't think anybody's going to want to play down the stretch. And when you have that type of group that's tight knit and are playing well and they're hungry, like you get one good thing to go right and it snowballs. Like you get a couple of good things to go, and that's what we need. We need just a little bit of positive.
And with a young team like you have, Coach, it's a very special thing because some of these young guys don't know no better. They don't know they're not supposed to be out there.
Yeah.
Coach, I appreciate you. We'll be back here next week with another edition of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics.
Appreciate you, man.